At Madison Square Garden, where Ranger fans were eagerly anticipating the inevitable elimination of the Stanley Cup defending champion Canadiens, something strange happened on the way to the Garden. The Canadiens unexpectedly prolonged their series to win a fifth game with a tight 2-1 win, but this one was due mainly to the spectacular work of Habs netminder Ken Dryden. Rex McLeod of the Toronto Star has the game report for us on this one. New York Rangers and 17,250 fans were planning a gala celebration last night at the Garden, but Ken Dryden and the Montreal Canadiens insisted on being party poopers. Rangers had high hopes of winning their first Stanley Cup series on home ice in 32 years, but Canadiens, with goalie Dryden performing his 1971 playoff form, upset those plans with a 2-1 win. Rangers still lead the best-of-7 quarterfinal 3-2, and the sixth game will be played in Montreal on Wednesday night. If a seventh game is necessary, it'll be back in New York on Sunday, but New York fans are not planning any special parties. This time, they're going to play it all by ear. Jim Roberts, a utility player for the Canadiens, scored the winning goal early in the third period, his first marker of the series. He and Pete Mahovlich broke away with Rangers defenseman Brad Park, the only obstacle between them, and New York goalie Eddie Giacomin. Roberts stalled momentarily, used Mahovlich as a decoy, and then fooled Giacomin with a long, hard shot. Vic Hadfield, with his fourth goal of the series and 14th of the season against Montreal, gave the Rangers the lead with a power play goal in the second period. But Frank Mahovlich tied the score for Canadiens little more than 2 minutes later. For Mahovlich, who rivaled Dryden as the dominant man in this game, it was his third goal of the series. Dryden, who led Canadiens to the Stanley Cup last season with his superlative play, inspired his team again last night whenever the Rangers put on the pressure. Also, his defense was much more efficient than in the fourth game in Montreal Sunday night. J.C. Tremblay, for instance, gave away the winning goal in that game to the Rangers' Pete Stemkowski. In this game, Tremblay gave almost a flawless performance. Rangers, although not nearly so aggressive nor composed as in their other games, still had several attractive opportunities to win, but Driver outmaneuvered them every single time. Rangers coach Emile Francis had this to say after the game, remarking, "It was the fifth game in 7 days for both teams, and Francis said he thought that both clubs should be complimented for the way they played." Francis says, "There was a lot of close checking. We could have won it in the second period, but Dryden kept us out, and Eddie Giacomin played a hell of a game for us as well." Canadiens coach Scotty Bowman, whose frequent line changes had infuriated Montreal critics earlier in the season, continued to switch lines off, and some of his moves paid off. Now, you remember last year, same criticism was leveled against Al McNeil, and he ended up coaching in the minors this year. Now, one of Bowman's changes, he reunited Jimmy Roberts with Mahovlich and Claude LaRose, who had played as a line most of the regular season, and of course, that line scored the winning goal. So now, it is going to be back to Montreal for Game 6.